Hi, it's Khalid from Khalid Talks Marketing, and welcome to another podcast episode. Today, my team prepared a script, etc., and I chucked it all in the bin. Why? Today, I wanted to speak to you from my heart. And I wanted to speak to you about problems that we have as agency owners that have big clients. I've got clients that are spending in retainers probably a month, £10,000. Yeah. To most people, that sounds like a dream. To other people, it just sounds normal. I want to share with you something that I would have implemented if I knew this earlier. That would be a game changer for my own business. Okay, so retainers are all fantastic. Last year, I lost one of my clients. Why? They were bought out by another company. So we were working with this brand. They had 8 locations in the UK. By the time we ended up not working with them, they had 30 branches open in the UK. We looked after their social media, we looked after their presence and their ads, and they got a lot of conversion. They had a fantastic team. However, they were bought out in the UK by another company, and we lost them as a client. So when they got bought out by another company and we lost them as a client, we did not expect this. I know we were at the end of our contract. However, we thought we're performing excellent for them. We're going to keep them ongoing, and we actually treat the clients' accounts like they were our own personal accounts. We went above and beyond, and we created some great content for them, and we did some groundbreaking stuff for them. Even so, they got featured 9 times on the TikTok creators program for some of the best videos on TikTok, and that is no small feat. However, when you're running your business on retainers, the issue you have is you can be doing fantastic for your clients. If something happens in their life, it has a knock-on effect on you. With this brand that we were working for, they were a massive international brand. They're up there with KFC, etc. We used to work directly for head office. Head office are fantastic. We've got a great relationship with them. However, they gave us notice that they're saying, look, we're going to transition off. They gave us a notice period, and we dealt with the notice period, and someone else has taken over the marketing now. Someone in their own team has taken over the marketing. I won't say the work even touches the work that we were producing. However, it is what it is. Say if you got another retainer that is, say, tens of thousands of pounds, right? The thing is, you have like a period of 6 months, 12 months, a year, 2 years. If that client leaves, the issue that you face is you might have the best members of staff working for you, and you have to be the arsehole there and work out, look, can I afford to keep them on? Can I not afford to keep them on? Do I have to cut the hours down? How can I keep them without losing them? Because with myself, I spend a lot of time nurturing my team. And my team, I treat them like family. We have a relaxed environment, but we produce amazing work. A couple of years, 3-4 years ago, before I hit the scale that I'm hitting right now, I used to think, oh, you need big retainers. You have a few big retainers, you're sorted. It's not the case. Why? When you have big retainers, you need copywriters. ChatGPT does the trick now. You need a graphic designer, you need video editors, you need people that shoot the content, you need ad setters, you need strategy. So you got, on even a small project, 5 or 6 people working on the project, right? One thing that I learned actually when we lost the client was I had to go to a few masterminds, and I had to sit with people that are really smart, that are making millions of pounds a month through marketing. And I went to many masterminds, and they were saying, okay, yeah, we're going to teach you how you can get consistently 5x leads, blah, 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 when you run ads, etc., etc. We're going to show you how you can do this. We want £20,000. We want £10,000 for a whole day session. Then I had a look at their work, and I looked at their work, and I was like, this is crap. Their ad creators are really crap. And you're thinking, why can you say this? Because these guys are generating £1 million a month. How can I say this? Because I'm not generating £1 million a month. Okay, I'll get the camera up on here. So this is, I'm going to put the screenshot up as well, but I'll show you this on my phone. I've just generated, in just over, I would say about 34 days, just under £1 million worth of leads. If I told you those leads in ad spend cost us £550, would you believe me? So we know what we're doing. We've got a fantastic team. The thing is, you guys do know what you're doing. You're doing fantastic for people. Get loads of views on the stuff. However, if you own an agency, you need to learn how to monetize. And how I would monetize with the businesses that I work for is by having a stake in the profit share. Why do you say you want stake in the profit share? Why? When the business makes money, you make money. When the business doesn't make money, you don't make money. Firstly, it tests your marketing skills if you're good enough. If you're not good enough, how you're going to adapt, how you're going to be agile, how you're going to restructure yourself. By me losing the client that we were so comfortable with, it put me in a state of panic where I had to think, look, I'm going to onboard another client, another 6 months going to go down the line, another 12 months, I'm going to go down the line, and I'm going to lose them again. And I don't want to be in this vicious circle again. So if you're setting up an agency now, either if you believe in your product and you're really that good, set up your own product, sell your own product. Market calculators, for God's sake. Market pens, market caps. But do it for yourself. Or if you're not doing it for yourself, if you're doing it for other people, have a profit share in it. So when they're doing good, you're doing good. And also as well, have clause in the contract where you become part of the company. Today, actually, we were offered a partnership in a hair oil company. And I had to ring up the owner today and I said to him, look, I am not going to be working with your brand on your terms. I need to modify the terms to my terms. The reason why I can do that is because I'm confident in what I'm doing. I'm confident that I know I can bring in the sales. I'm confident I would be personally investing on ad spend for this brand out of my own pocket. About £4,500 just to launch it, excluding my staffing costs, excluding my ad setters, excluding everything, the graphics design. So you got to start being a bit more frugal in business of doing partnerships rather than relying on retainers. Retainers will just burn you out. People will get what they want. You will get the vanity numbers of saying, oh, I got 1 million views on this video. But how much money did you make from that video by having 1 million views? When my team produce 1 million views on a video, we don't get paid any extra. We get paid the retainer fee, right? You guys, if you're into marketing now, learn how to market yourself. That's one point. Second point is, a lot of gurus are saying this right now, and they've been saying this for a long time, and I've been neglecting this. I've been the guy behind the camera, but on the other side. So I'm being the guy recording like this, yeah? The reason being, I didn't want to be in the public eye. I didn't want people to know my business. However, I have to develop my personal brand. The reason why I have to develop my personal brand is I have a team under me, and I am there, kind of like the guardian in the essence of making sure they're getting paid week in, week out, right? Making sure they're in a secure job, making sure that I'm looking after them, I'm nurturing them, making sure that they're collaborating together. Even my last podcast my team edited, I didn't even view it. Did I view it right, guys? I didn't even view it. I just said to them, look, get on with it. You know what the brief is, get on with it and don't make me look like an idiot. So if you see an episode, 3 episodes from this episode, if I look like an idiot, you know why. So guys, develop your personal brand and work on profit shares or partnership with brands that you work for. If you're not good enough to work on a profit share, you got to question yourself, are you good enough as a marketer? Are you actually good enough as a marketer? Because at the end of the day, as a marketer, you have to be bringing in revenue for the business, right? Unless if the business is like Kellogg's, where they just need brand awareness, like in Timbuktu or wherever, yeah? And they've got their sales coming in. But if you're working with small or medium enterprises, they need app installations, they need lead generation, they need e-commerce sales. So if you haven't got these skills, learn these skills. Don't just be stuck, I'm a content creator and that's it. You have to diversify and you have to be one step ahead of the game and don't get comfortable. That's it for this episode. I'll catch you guys soon.